Hello.
How you doing?
Hey,
Hi,
how are
Daryl.
All right.
Hi, Katisha.
Hey.
How you doing? I might have
Fine.
said your name wrong. Please forgive me. How you guys doing?
Fine.
Doing good, doing good.
How did things go since our last meeting?
So.
Depending on what you consider a so-so. I'll just say that.
Okay. Well, do you agree with her that it's so-so?
Like I said, depends on what you call so-so.
Katisha, would you define so-so?
Well, I felt like we have improved a little bit as far as for communicating. Like I try to communicate more.
But it's more like you're communicating, but you don't want to really listen. You know, I would be lying if I didn't say she was trying to, talk to me more or whatever. But so, like I said.
Okay. So do you don't, am I understanding that you don't feel understood? You said that she's communicating, but you don't feel like she's listening.
Right.
So what does she have to do to listen and understand?
It's a, I guess you could consider it the system of dialogue. It's like, you talk, then I talk. It's not, you talk. I try to cut in, now you want to fight. Now we're in a whole different world of a conversation. Like I said, so.
So, Katisha, what could you do differently? What do you think you can do differently that will help him to feel heard and understood?
Well, I guess he is right as far as for saying that I don't let him speak. I just talk and wait to, not even listening to what it is that he's saying, just waiting to reply back. So I really don't give him the opportunity to, well, I do give him the opportunity to speak, but I'm already speaking to him before he can finish his sentence. So I know I can work on that, but it's like I know what I want to say, and before he finishes, I want to get my point across.
Right. Like, I don't understand how a person could get a point across if the recipient of the point.
Because what you're saying is not, what you're saying may be right, but it's not always right. So I want to go ahead and let you know that it's not right so that we can work it out.
See how that just happened? Like I was still talking and bam, chop right down.
I mean, that's just...
Okay, Daryl, I want you to look at Katisha and tell her what you need from her.
Just be mindful of the things that you say and the way you say them, and that the person you're saying them to is actually flesh and blood like you, and things hurt, things feel good as well, but we're here because of the hurt, and if you could just dial it back. That's all I ask. Just dial it back a little bit, and in dialing it back, you gotta listen. Like, you have to listen. Like, when I'm saying listen, I don't mean I'm your father, I know the correct way to do it. I mean, like, hey, I got feelings.
Did you guys use the little
I did.
The little cards.
Yeah,
I
the little
definitely.
talking listener.
Definitely. I always do. I try to talk and listen,
Well, I read it, and I thought that I was doing the right thing.
She was doing it in reverse. It was like more like listen and talk. She was like talking and call it that listening.
Do you remember the little rules in there? To not accuse and not defend, not judge, just listen. Another thing I think that we all have to remember is the only person we can change is ourselves. We can't change each other. We can only change ourselves. And as we change ourselves, then eventually the change will take place in the other person. What I want you to do for me, if you don't mind, is I want you to get into a discussion and remember some of the things that we talked about. Remember some of the trigger words like "you always," "you never." Those are heat triggered words. Those are red flags, and those words will cause anger and emotions to start flaring. And when we're communicating, we have to remember, the whole point of communication is to get our messages across.
Agreed.
And you can't get your message across if you're angry and if you are hostile toward one another. So I'd like for you to just have a normal discussion about something, maybe something you recently discussed or something that you tabled. Don't want you guys to fight though. Want you to remember the rules.
Right. Something we talked about recently. We have, okay.
I want you to do it just as if you were at your home discussing it with yourself and I'm just a fly on the wall.
Right, right.
Okay, I have a good one.
Go ahead.
So I'm coming home from work. Well, no, at work, I'll call and I'll say, this is what we're gonna have for dinner. Will you go ahead and take it out of the freezer? And when I get there, I want it to already be ready so that I can start dinner. So when I get home, and it's not, okay, he's on the phone, he said he's gonna do it. When I get home and it's not out,
Mind you,
and it's not,
you call me at 1:15 and you get off at 7.
that's true.
I know.
So when I come in the house and I said, hey babe, did you take the chicken out?
I forgot.
So
I'm
then
saying.
I'm like, well, I told you to take the chicken
you
out.
woke me up.
But you said that you were going to do it. So if you wasn't going to do it right then you should have said to call you back.
I had
Instead
plans.
of saying, I have it, I'm going to take it out. So when I get home, I'm thinking it's already ready.
But that's not.
So
It's like you got to give. Can I get a little leeway? You called me and you woke me up. A work night.
So that's just still thinking that if you tell me you're going to do it, I'm going to assume that you're going to do it. So I don't know that when I get there that I should have called you back or that you were sleeping and that you're not really processing
I
what I'm
always
saying.
say assumptions are the mother of all. And
So when I come in and I'm angry or disappointed about that, then it's like you.
Because I be feeling like fish thawing out 30 minutes.